Hello, everybody. Whoa, Jesus Christ, what happened? Oh my God, somebody broke in, WOLseeker. Who is this? Who is this guy? And cue Soaches. He fell over. He actually hurt himself. Soaches, hello, hello.
I'm okay.
Oh, we got a guest today. It's Soaches. Oh my God, it's been probably 4 years since we had a guest on the show.
That was also me.
Really? Were you the last guest that we had on? I don't remember.
I don't remember. It might have been Foxley. Foxley was on the show, right?
Oh, Peaches was also on the show at some point. I think he was on twice.
Really?
This is your second time being on. So, yeah. This is episode 86, I believe. Where's my goddamn sticky notes?
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
Let's just do a repeat.
Yeah, we're going back. We're starting again. But yeah, I wanted to invite a guest on the show because we haven't had a guest in uber long, and you know, recently there's been a lot of cool things in the gaming world, and Soaches is our gaming expert, so we decided to call an expert upon the stand to talk with us about these subject matters. Starting with, and I think we're gonna talk about this for a while here. Soaches, what do you think about Sony killing off physical media?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like physical media, and I like being all the PS5 games that I got since I bought my PS5 are physical discs.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I have so many physical games myself, both for my Switch and my Switch 2 and my PS4 and 5 that I have collected throughout the years. Even some games that I still hold on to from the PS3 era when I used to play that. I think I even have some games laying around that some of them aren't mine, from like the PS2 and PS1 that I like stole from my brother. But like
that happens.
It's just like stuff that was laying around at home, and I remember seeing, and my brother wasn't living at home anymore, so I just thought, hey man, I'll take these because I can put them on a shelf and display these games as my own, even though some of them are my brother's.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor. But like at least 90% of them are mine though, like a lot of the like PS3 games, PS4, PS5, that's all mine. And the Switch games are all mine, except for one actually, that's my brother's, but I don't have the fucking case for it. I think he has it and I have the game, which is Diablo 3 for the Switch one. I don't know how that happened. I remember, I think I was looking for my copy of Breath of the Wild for the Switch one, because I wanted to play it on the Switch 2. I wanted to try the like Switch 2 upgrade. And I opened the case, and Diablo 3 is in there, and I go, huh? And so I didn't know who had my Breath of the Wild. Turns out WOLseeker had it. And then my brother has the case for Diablo 3 over in Denmark. He moved to Denmark. And so I just have like the game here. He visited like 3 weeks ago, and I completely forgot to let him have the game. I told him about it, and he left without it. So, oops, my bad.
Well, it's yours now.
Yeah. But these things would never happen if there was no physical media, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the thing of sharing games physically is, it's a big factor of owning physical games. It's just like, WOLseeker wanted to play Breath of the Wild, and I just offered him, hey, you want to, have my copy of the game? You can play it. And he played and finished it because I lent him the game, and
It's true.
And
100%.
it made him a fan of it, because I don't know if you were gonna buy it ever, but because you played that game, you bought Tears of the Kingdom, and now you're a fan of those games, and I think that's really cool. And
Exactly, low barrier of entry, I didn't have to, pay up front. I could just, try it at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it to me, so, that's a huge plus of the physical media.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't deny the comfort of something like Steam or just having digital
Oh
as an
no,
option.
absolutely not. Yeah.
Especially from you grew up in a small town and had like ride the bus for several hours to get to the nearest game
Yeah,
store,
the
and
game
now
store.
it's even more.
It's even further away for you.
Yeah, I think they closed all the ones down
Oh,
in my counties, and now it's like I don't know, 5-6 hours away maybe.
damn.
Oh my
That
god.
sucks. But that's also the thing. It's like with physical media, though, some people like you that live in the middle of fucking nowhere, you know, so just let's just face it, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Sometimes they also just don't have, you know, the best internet or kind of like access to things like that. And I know you don't have access to gaming stores either, close to where you are anyway. But like, you can still maybe order a physical copy of a game to be delivered to you, and then you can just pop it in and play it without, you know, needing to buy it off of Steam and, oh boy, what's this? A 100 gigabyte download and it's going to take me a whole day to download it because my internet's so slow or something like that. That's also a thing. Like when I was a kid, I lived on a farm and my internet was not great. Having to download anything took hours sometimes. And so having the comfort of just like popping in, and that's the thing also for me, at least with console games, is that consoles are supposed to be, you know, the comfort gaming. You know, when you're playing on PC, at least for me, I'm playing a lot more of like, well, I'm playing anything on PC really, but like I play a lot more shooters on PC nowadays than I did back in the day. I used to play on console, but on console, you know, I'm playing like these big fucking, you know, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, for instance, or I play God of War, like the newer ones, and just being able to just pop that disc in and play it immediately without so much as a download, like at all. Sometimes there's of course like, oh, here's like an update, but other than that, it's like it doesn't take long to download those, and I can just play the game.
It's supposed to just work.
Yeah, it's supposed to just work. You're supposed to pop the disc in and it's supposed to work. The like thing that happened recently for me was I popped in my Red Dead Redemption 2 in my PS5 and it asked me to put in the data disc, and that had to go for like 30 minutes to like put some data, I guess, onto the PS5. But even still, like I don't think I needed to be connected to the internet for that. That was just off the disc, and then I could just play the game right after. You know? So, because like imagine also, here's the thing, like imagine being in a situation where, I don't know, your internet cuts off or something like that. There's so many, you know, games nowadays that just don't allow you to play offline. There's like this DRM bullshit that's like going on with like most games now, and it's like, oh, you're not online, you can't play this game, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is this the norm nowadays? There, you know, these corporations and their fear of piracy, like when it barely fucking affects them, I feel like sure, they might lose because they don't know how much it affects them. That's also the thing. So they're just like fearing essentially nothing. They just want to, they're cracking down on those people who are already paying for the game anyway. Just to get at the small amount of people that are pirating their game or whatever. It's just like, brother, you are fucking everyone. Like, why? Just being able to lend games, being able to also like resell your games, that's also a big thing. Like, you have a physical game. Like, I did that recently. I sold my copy of Luigi's Mansion 3 for my Switch because I already played it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was okay, and I advertised, you know, my Switch 1 OLED edition on Facebook. I wanted to sell it along with some games, and somebody asked me, hey, can I have this game? And I said, sure, and I sold it. I wouldn't be able to do that if everything was fucking digital, because for some reason, that's also the thing. on like Steam and PlayStation and everywhere, you can't like sell your games again. That's just not an option. They haven't made that an option, and I doubt they will make that an option anytime soon. They just want your money. It's sad. It's kind of sad.
Did you have that thing growing up when you borrowed a game from like the neighbor's kid or something, and then just kept it for so long that it became your game?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what games exactly, but I do remember doing that for like so long that I was just like, or lending my game, basically. I've lent my games to people and I just never received them back.
Yeah.
That happened with a movie though. I remember that. We had a copy, and this is quite funny. We had a copy of a neighbor's VHS tape of The Incredibles, the first one from whenever that came out, 2003, and we just had that forever. It was like not our fucking movie, but we had that for so long, and I think it ended up being forgotten on like the windowsill and fucking melting one summer, and so we could just never return it. So whoops.
Dick died. Oh,
Not so incredible now, huh? But that's also like the thing. Like, imagine if like the movie industry decided to do the same thing. If they were just like, oh, you know what? Sony's right. We're gonna stop producing like Blu-rays and shit of movies. Fuck you. You have to come to the theaters, and if you miss it, too bad. You're never gonna see this movie, or you can, you know, wait for it to maybe go on streaming, maybe. And it's just like, that would be stupid. That's dumb. You know, Sony has the money to produce these games, like the physical copies of them. They're just being greedy. That's it. Because I think I Googled it, and I think I saw that like producing one copy of like a physical disc or something like that, it cost them like $2.
$2.
Yeah, $2 to like print it onto a fucking disc, and the cases are not that expensive. And then they're just like charging us $80 because, oh, you know, the game is worth this much or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I saw a video recently on YouTube where somebody was explaining the cost of games nowadays and how, I don't know, like studios, they think that they can follow suit with like the most expensive games and whatnot. You know, games are becoming more and more expensive. I don't know if you guys remember, but I do. Games used to be like $50 max. That was the most expensive game. And like $30 for, you know, a middle of the road kind of like AA game, I guess. And then AAA games were all $50. Now GTA 6 was announced. And that game is not going to have a physical disc in its case. You just get like a code, which I don't understand why they're doing that, because it's got to cost them money to ship the fucking the empty cases with a code in them. But yeah, like games being, because GTA 6 is going to be $80. Like other games are going to look at that and go, I can also be $80. Here I go. And then there's just like not that much value. And that's the thing. Like games, they cost a lot to produce, but for the game to be valued as such, I think there needs to be, you know, replay value, and it needs to be a good game for it to be anywhere near that price point. Baldur's Gate 3, I think, is like $50. And that's a game that I would argue should be more expensive, but it isn't because they're not as greedy as Rockstar thinking, oh, or Take-Two. I don't know which one prices the game, but basically they're going like, oh, well, people have been waiting for this for 13 years. We better like fucking charge $80 for this. And because they're doing that, other studios will definitely follow suit. They'll see that and go, here we go.
I mean, that's basically what happened when the Switch 2 released. because weren't they the first ones that started making games like $80 ish?
Yeah, Nintendo definitely did that. They're like, here we go. And
Here we go, Mario Kart, $80.
yeah, for a Mario Kart game, $80 is insane to me. I feel like, sure, there's a lot of replay value, but those games, it's like, to me, that's a game that should be priced at like $50-$40. I don't know that I don't know my reasoning. It's just like it's replay value, and it's you playing with friends, but it's not something I want to play like all the time. And it doesn't exactly have like a big story mode for you to go, oh look, I'm invested in this. You're just driving around, you know.
I mean, it's not the GameCube edition.
Exactly.
Fuck, man.
It's no Double Dash.
What's the GameCube?
WOLseeker, you're not a big console gamer. You do have the Switch one that I gave you, the original one.
True.
But I mean, you grew up with consoles. So you're mostly like a PC gamer nowadays. I mean, I kind of am too, but I do, dip my toes in the other pools. But like what, like you agree though, like that this is insane that they're getting rid of these physical discs. They're also, I don't know if you guys saw this, they're killing off the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita stores this year as well. I think at the end of the year those are gone.
Yeah.
True. You got to start jailbreaking.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of like, for like consoles and like physical media, it's like, if you don't have like a disc or like a card when you buy it in like a store or whatever, get it shipped home to you.
Yeah.
And you can't like install it without like the internet or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a worse like experience for you, the player.
Yeah.
That's like a barrier, like unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Like, like you said earlier, and like, yeah, like pricing for like, for like manufacturing these discs and cards, it's like, it's not that major, basically.
No, exactly. They can't afford it.
And like, in the PC world, way back when like Assassin's Creed 2 came out for the PC,
yeah,
in like the early 2000s, whatever, that game, it had like an insane DRM at the time. You had to be connected to the internet at all times.
Oh my
and if
God.
you lost it for like a second, you got kicked out of
Oh
the
my
game.
God.
And it was just like a horrible experience.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, like what the fuck? Why would you do that? I've seen people also say that like the next step for these like companies and with these games is like, oh, we're just gonna start like doing like the stream thing where like you buy a game and you have to like stream it in order to play it, and that way nobody can steal the game and nobody even owns the game. You're just streaming it from the fucking services. But that would be the worst fucking way to play any game ever. If you have shit internet, enjoy a laggy piece of mess. Even if it's a single player game, it's gonna lag. We already see that with the Switch, because their games on like their old, like on the Switch 1 and Switch 2, you have like access to their old game like catalogs. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like you can play the N64 games and GameCube and stuff like that, and those are all streamed. And I just remember I tried playing Super Mario World on there a couple years back, and I was like lagging in Super Mario World. Can you imagine lagging in a fucking platformer game? It is a nightmare. It fucking sucks. So it's just like, God, I really hope that's not that direction that we're going in. Because if we're gonna like start streaming,
that's gonna happen, because like the experience is so like compromised, like the input latency and plus the costs of like maintaining these servers.
The servers,
There's like no way players won't accept that, and like companies,
nobody will pay
it wouldn't
for
make
that.
sense.
Yeah. That's
I
also
think
the
it's
thing. Sorry,
the
go.
best way to the best way to stop the companies from doing this is to stop paying for it.
Yeah. Speak with your wallet, or like, tell them with your wallet that you won't be, you won't be standing for this. That's also the thing, that a lot of people are angry with Sony right now, because Sony in 1 week just fucking dumped their reputation down the toilet by announcing their discontinuation of physical discs, and they're, killing off the PS3 and PS Vita stores. And on top of that, they are, upping the price of the PS Plus, which a lot of people have been just canceling their PS Plus subscriptions. And I think that's really shows that, like, people don't want to fucking pay for it. Like, the only thing that they could maybe do to calm the masses that I've seen people say online is like, oh, like, if they were to actually just drop PS Plus and just make it fucking free to play multiplayer on the console, then that would change so much. Because people have to pay like $30 a month or something to play online on PlayStation, and it's just like, what the fuck? Okay, it's not $30 a month, but like it's pretty expensive. Hold on, PS Plus
Just you wait.
monthly price for 1 month of PS Plus, you're paying $10 for a recurring fee. But I think the reason why I said $30 is because I used to pay for like the 3-month pack or whatever the fuck, which was like 30. So that's where I got my. Sorry, I was mixed up. Haha. But still, like, on PC, you just fucking play multiplayer games with your friends. You don't have to pay for a multiplayer connection.
No restriction.
No restriction there.
This is the internet. Freedom.
Yeah.
Direct connect to whatever you like.
Yay. Like, if consoles had that, if they just had free multiplayer to play with your friends, that their values would skyrocket. There would be so much more like value in having those. Because sometimes I just want to play some Splatoon 3 with my buddy WOLseeker on my Switch too. Oh, what's this? I gotta pay for Nintendo Switch Online. Well, fuck my fucking life. Though I will say, their Nintendo Switch subscription is like $20 for a year of a subscription, and it's like, holy fuck, okay, that's pretty good. That their value is better than the PlayStation's, but it's still, you still have to pay for it, and it's like, ugh, I don't know.
Take that, Sony pony.
Sony ponies.
Oh yeah, Soaches. Are you
Yeah.
a Sony pony or an Xbox?
Well, between those two, I'm definitely a Sony pony. But let it be known that I went from PS2 to PS5, so I skipped a couple of generations.
Whoa, that's dedication right there.
I remember, so just when I got I think it was my PS4, I like begged you to get a PS4. I don't know why. What was it that I even wanted to play with you on there? But
I don't know.
you were like, I maybe it was the PS3. It was one of those consoles that I asked you to get, and you went, look, I got one. And it was like, you put your PS1 on top of your PS2, and I was like, look, a PS3. That was just like, brother. I was pissed. Like, god damn it.
I don't remember that, but I can't deny that it sounds like something I would do.
That's your humor, man. Yeah, I used to love playing with my PS3, man. There were so many great games on there. I've been like in this kind of phase right now where I really want to play old like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era, games with like action games or just like, yeah, just stupid shit basically. I mostly want to play like action rather than like kind of simulation or real-time strategy or stuff like that, though I'd be willing to give those a try. But playing like action games that are like from that era is so funny, I think. So yeah, that's what I've been really just like in the mood for.
Wait,
And
Soaches.
yeah, my name is Soaches. Hello.
We should ask Soaches.
What am I
Since you had like a PS1 and a PS2, you have any recommendations for GeneralArse?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I already know he wants me to play Tom
action
B.
games for the PS1. I think a lot of the, especially the PS2 era games, are very well known.
Mm-hmm.
Such as?
I mean, the God of War trilogy.
I still have to play those.
God of Worms. Alright.
They are.
What's it called?
They are remastering those.
Colossus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to play that one too. Shadow of the Colossus.
I thought you played that.
Nope. Never.
Shut off the colon. Alright.
That's
It
also
didn't-
part of the reason why I got a PS5, because it's ironically to play PS3 games, because I hadn't played Uncharted until I just finished Uncharted 3 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I got a PS5 because a lot of the PS3 classics were remastered for the PS4,
Yeah.
and you can play PS4 games on a PS5.
Exactly.
God damn.
They're
So
doing.
I can experience them on the newest software.
Yeah. That's also like one thing that I wish Sony would fucking do, because Xbox does it really well. Xbox. I've never had an Xbox until recently. I got the Xbox 360, but you know, that's an old console. But on their like newer consoles, they have so much backwards compatibility with like their older catalogs and whatnot. While Sony just like always drops the ball on that shit, and they're just you know, with the PS4 you could play PS3 games, or I think, right?
PS4? No, that wasn't possible.
Oh shit, no, yeah, they couldn't do that. Okay, with the
That's
PS5
like-
you can play
oh, yeah.
PS4 games, but they
Yeah.
they didn't go further back than that. It would be great if they were to ever make a console that could go further back, but they won't. I just know it because everybody and their mother on the internet is theorizing that the PS6 is going to be a digital only console with no physical disc drive, since they're fucking discontinuing their disc like production anyway. So it's gonna fucking I don't know. I think it's gonna really hurt them. I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy that console. Like honestly, unless it's like revolutionary. But like, what are they gonna do really? Oh, here's our first ever digital only console, and that's it. That's their selling point. Like, what the fuck do you want from people?
Exactly.
We added AI upscaling. Come on, please. You have to buy our console, please.
What's wrong with AI upscaling?
I don't know.
Alright, so PS6. Think
Yeah.
about this. It's going digital only, okay? What would it need to do to like bring you over? If it can't like do the physical media thing, is there anything?
The controller's gonna have to suck me off. I don't know. There's like not much, man. I'm sorry.
You need internet access for that.
So
Oh,
not
fuck.
even-
I need to pay for the internet.
So not even
Think-
like a physical. Okay, maybe like okay. What if your physical games, your physical media, you can like, I don't know, import them to your account, but you can also still like trade them with other people digitally. Though.
How would that work?
Well, they would figure it out.
You scan the QR code on the back of your game, and you can scan it into a computer, and then you will play it. Yay!
I don't work at Sony Industries. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they could do that. If that was a thing, then maybe. But like,
So it's a maybe.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Who knows?
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I mean, yeah, they can figure it out.
I guess one other thing they could do is again drop PS Plus, or at least make it so that you know they can have PS
Multiplayer's
Plus
free.
and just make multiplayer free. Yeah, multiplayer free. You can still have PS Plus, but just make it so that it's only like, oh, you get discounts on the store and like some free games once a month, like they keep doing.
Okay, what about on top of that? You get access to all the like PS3 games, whatever, you know.
If they bring back,
If they go hardcore backwards compatibility, but it's digital, but whatever.
yeah, That would be incredible. They have not done that yet. It would be really cool if they bring back like the entire catalog of PS1, 2, and 3 games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Just like everything to the PS6. I don't know. I don't know if they would do that. And like with what you said about like, you know, being able to kind of scan your already owned physical games into the digital only console, that would be cool. I just don't know how they would do it. Like how it would work. Would it be like, oh, you've played this game on your account, you own it now? Because how could they tell that you own the game? What if it's like some game that you got lent? Unless they're gonna make it so that whatever game you ever played on your console, you'll just own no matter what on your account. Yeah, I don't know. Because I've played so many games on my PlayStation that I haven't owned, like on my account, like the Little Big Planet games, or at least the second one, I think. No, I think it was the third one, maybe. Fuck, I don't remember. But I played that like way back in the day. It was like a game that my buddy owned when we were back in elementary school. And like, what would Sony just be like? Oh, you own the game now because you played it once or something? I don't fucking know.
You would register it.
Yeah,
and it's tied to you, but you can of course trade it with someone if you'd like.
I got a couple achievements in there.
That's your game. The receipt of your purchase and somehow prove that you will never ever sell the game ever.
I would never do that. No. Yeah, you have to like send them a video of you like breaking the disc in half and eating it.
You gotta eat it.
Like chips. You gotta deep fry it and eat it.
Minimum, you have to eat it.
Exactly. Because I don't know what they're gonna really add to this console other than just make it digital only. Like nobody they can of course always up the and that's just the thing that they will do, of course, is just up the graphical fidelity and like maybe make the storage space bigger because it's digital only. Like if it has more storage space, then that's good, but it's still not. I don't know. Because I have the PS5 disc drive edition, and I think it has a max of like, what was it, 300 gigabytes or something of storage space on there, like by default. I think so. I don't quote me on that. Let me Google it. How much? PS5 disc drive base storage space. The original PS5 disc edition, it has an 825 gigabyte internal SSD, which offers about 667. Oh, dude, they skipped that 666 gigabyte of usable storage. While the slim edition has 1 terabyte. I don't know about the Pro edition. But yeah, so with 667 gigabytes of usable storage, when GTA 6 comes out, they haven't announced how big it is, but people are theorizing around 200 to 300 gigabytes, something like that. 200
gigabytes.
That's gonna like be a chunk of my fucking storage space on the PS5 gone to install that game because it's digital only. Whereas with a disc, I could just pop it in. You know, I know that it's a lot of fucking game to put on a disc, so they would probably have to do the same thing with Red Dead 2, where they had like a data disc or 2 data discs or something. But at least I could play the game without it taking up 1/4 of the storage space on my console. You know. Or for me to like have to go and buy a bigger like drive for the console. So I think you can do that. You can like upgrade it. I've never done that, but I'm pretty sure you can do that.
Gotta save your money for the Steam frame.
Exactly. Though yeah. it's really kind of sad what happened with the Steam machine, or at least I don't know, it looks like they didn't really deliver on their specs like people wanted. I think didn't they like change the description of it where it was like, oh dude, like 4K 60 FPS. They had to like drop the 60 FPS or some shit like that out of the description.
Well, it was 4K 60 FPS with upscaling, but
yeah,
even with that, it was a tall order.
yeah. But you know, it's still like a custom PC, I guess. So a lot of people are probably still gonna find ways to use it for other things. It has SteamOS on there and whatnot. So I don't know. I was never gonna buy it personally. I think it's like I don't need it. So, but it's neat. It's a neat little computer for you to play your Steam games on the telly.
Yeah, for those who need it,
For those
it's
who need it.
it's what they're gonna get.
Yeah. I am, however, like Soaches was talking about, I am more excited about the Steam frame. I want that. I need that. I'm like SpongeBob in that one meme. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it.
I need it.
I've not played a VR game in a while now. The last time I did, I fucking almost broke my finger. But I had the Oculus Rift S for a while. Bought it after Half-Life Alyx was announced, so I could play that game. It was incredible. And I've played so many like great like VR games. They're a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I don't really get motion sickness playing VR, you know, so I can just like get in there and really immerse myself in VR stuff. It just sucks that, you know, I've never really had the proper environment for it. But for the Steam frame, it's supposed to be like its own little like computer as well, so you can both connect it to your PC or just like play it as a PC on your head. And I think that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see.
Too bad I can't fucking get it over here. God damn it! Fuck. I'm gonna have to like beg somebody else to buy it for me, or like, you know, I would send them the money, and then I just have to like somehow get it off of them.
Soaches, please, Soaches.
He's gonna get it himself.
I'm gonna get it myself.
He's got his own.
Soaches, please.
He's got his own Cheeto covered fingers all over that shit, man. Fuck.
Is this true?
No, I can't eat Cheetos. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, sorry. He's got his own Fritos covered fingers.
Fritos covered fingers.
What else? What else can we talk about?
Soaches, do you emulate?
I'm not allowed to answer that without a lawyer.
Without a lawyer present.
You smart MF. I was gonna set you up.
He was gonna set you up on a date.
Emulator consoles.
All right. So you own emulator consoles, but you didn't make. All right.
Well, I mean, I play them. Of course, I only use my own games.
Ah. Well, humor me here. How did you obtain these so-called games?
I mean, I own physical copies of all the games.
And what was the process of taking the game and putting it on this so-called emulation console?
Well, if you must know, if you, for example, have a PlayStation 1 game, then you could potentially
Yes.
You take your disc and then you put it into your disk drive, which we all have. I have a USB disk drive. Then you use CD Mage to create a bin and a queue file, which you can then use with the emulator.
You hear that, WOLseeker?
Okay.
It's all totally legit.
Well, that's legit. Now, wait, hold on. The BIOSes on those emulation consoles, where'd you get them?
Mm.
You get them from your consoles. Whose side are you on?
You motherfucker! You're free to go. I can't arrest him. What can I say?
Yeah. Anyways, emulate games for free because it's fucking funny. You can do it so easily. There's so many games to be found online. If
GeneralArse, you're under arrest.
if these goddamn companies aren't gonna like release them for people to be able to play, then might as well emulate them. You know, it's like whatever. Who cares? Why do they care so much?
I work for the Sony Corporation. You're under arrest. Oh my god, that just hurt my feelings. I'm out of here.
What did you say about my mother?
I did it just like this.
I want to shout out,
Yeah.
since we're on the emulation thing, I want to shout out, even though they're like popular or something, CS3. That's like a PS3 emulator.
Ooh.
They do really good stuff. They're just, you know, they're going through all the games and fucking making it compatible, you know?
Hell yeah.
And it's not an easy task because the PS3, it had a complex architecture. Like, holy.
Yeah.
So, you know, respect to those guys. Check it out.
Is that the same emulator that they're now porting to Android? Because I know there is a PS3 emulator in the works that's getting more and more sophisticated.
Maybe. I know they're on the PC and then they got like a really good port onto the Mac. That's all I know. But yeah, you know, it's really awesome. You can even, you know, check out like the I think it's monthly. They like upload a video where they do like a progress report. It's like really awesome to see.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, this game, it had like these glitches, but ooh, check what we did. We fixed it.
Nice. I used that.
So yeah, sorry. No,
I used that when I was playing some of the Sly games because they were mostly on the PlayStation 3, and I never played those games, so I streamed those a few months ago, and it was quite confusing to set up because you need to like find like some BIOS or some shit like that to get the emulator to work. But once it worked, it was really smooth.
How did you get them?
On my PS3 that I own. What do you mean?
Ah, yes.
It's like-
lines up.
Isn't the Sly trilogy on the PS2 though?
I don't know what you're talking
There
about.
was also the
No, yeah, there was like there was one game that was for the PS3 that I had to play on our PS3, whatever the fuck. But I think they since added, or at least the first game is now on the PS5 or something like that. You can like buy it and play it there. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of like old games that the PlayStation is like kind of bringing back. One of which I was very surprised that they did because it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's Toy Story 2 for the PS1 that they like added to the PS5 store. You can get it there, and I was like, oh dude, fuck yeah, because that game, that's my childhood. I played the shit out of that when I was a kid. And now you can like buy it and play it on the PlayStation for like $10, but still.
Soaches, when are you going to upload on your YouTube channel?
Soaches, please.
I was told there wouldn't be any questions about that.
Oh, MB.
I lied to you guys. Toy Story 2 is only $5 on the PS5.
Oh my god.
You 50% rate everything. You say there's only 300 gigabytes of space, but it's the double, and then you say it costs twice as much.
Well, it's in pounds, so it's probably a little higher than $5, but still, yeah. It's included in PS Plus, by the way. Oh my god.
Wow, Sean, what
value? That's also a problem now if you want to play older games like just even the DS era. If you look at how the price has gone up on DS games and 3DS games, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
You can find a used 3DS now, and it costs more than a Switch One. If it's one of those limited edition ones, it costs more than a Switch 2 sometimes.
Wait, my new Nintendo 3DS. You're telling me I could sell it and get like major bank or what?
Nintendo 3DS. I'm gonna check here. I know they can sell for like, I've seen them go for like $300-400.
Live price checking. Let's hear it. So just is calculating.
I don't know if I want to sell it though, or I don't know. I probably should. I'm not really using it. I think the biggest problem with it that I have is that I don't know where the fuck the charger is. I don't have a way to charge it. It had like a special charger. Dude, he's fucking fragmenting right now. Was you hear this shit? He's blowing air into the microphone.
Well, that's him like checking the prices live.
Yeah.
I believe the most expensive game that I own is Soul Silver for the original DS. I remember, I think it's even more expensive now, but you have the Pokewalker and the game and the case. And I think I paid almost $200 for it.
What the fuck?
And I didn't have the big box with it, so later on I found an auction just for the box. And I think I paid $60 just for a cardboard box.
Nice.
So to have the complete game. Not my proudest moment, but
Hey man,
the Pokemon
it's a collectible.
Increasing rapidly. Yeah.
You like collecting stuff. I do too. I like collecting figurines and, you know, movies and games, and I have stuff like that. The one thing I'm actually really angry about, I haven't mentioned this at all today, with like physical media and stuff like that. I used to genuinely like buying kind of like collector's editions of games because you would get, you know, the game plus some like figurines and other stuff. Like I think I got The Last of Us Part 2 collector's edition. That was like this big box, and I got this big statue of Ellie. She's playing a guitar. It's really detailed. It's beautiful. I got like a little like bracelet that Ellie has in the game that like came with it, and the game in like a steel box and like some cool shit like that. I only just recently found out that those collector's edition don't really come with the games anymore. I wanted to buy, because I saw on Esco, this like electronics game store here in Iceland, that they were selling Death Stranding 2 and also Ghost of Yotei like collector's editions, neither of which had the game in them. They're like super expensive. You get like these cool statues, but no fucking game, not even a code for the game. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, why?
What's the point?
Yeah, I like, you would buy the collector's edition for it all, I would think, but no, apparently not. You only get like the cool little like collectibles and nothing else, no game.
I mean, at that point, isn't it just more accurate to call it special edition merch or something?
Yeah, exactly. It's just merch edition.
Yeah, true. Should call it that, these fuckers.
Like, I didn't even know that was a thing, because I was like looking at those on that like electronics site, and like, you know, thinking, should I buy either one of these? Like, what should I go for? And I think I asked Peaches about it, and Peaches was like, no, do not buy those. And I was like, why not? And I started Googling, and people were like, there is no game in there. And I was just like, why, what? I didn't even see that on the website. Like, I was ready to like fucking drop like $200 on either one of those. And I'm glad I didn't.
It kind of feels like if you buy a premium box of pizza and you get the box that the pizza would have come in, you get a nice menu like framed from the pizzeria,
and you get the receipt as an added bonus.
Yay!
You have to pay extra to get the pizza on the side.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Get a steel case for the pizza.
Yeah, steel case for the pizza.
Buy a collector's edition for a pizza, you get a statue of the chef included.
The chef who baked your pizza pie, he's in there. That's incredible.
Okay, I would buy that.
Yes, absolutely.
Hear that?
And then I would be
Pizza place
mildly upset that my pizza isn't in the box. I'd be like, what the hell?
What the fuck?
What the
Where's the
fuck,
pizza?
man? Wait, I'm looking at the fucking this like gaming site. It's called Elko. It's Icelandic, Iceland's version of Elgiganten, which is like a major Scandinavian. I think it's Scandinavian, right? So just I don't know where this is from, but it's like a electronics store that's around Europe, and I was looking at their PS5 games to see if they don't have these collector's edition anymore. It looks like they're out. But I'm looking for their PS5 games, and for some reason I see a big red box, and it's Pragmata for the Switch too. It's just like, what? Why is that in there? Hidden in between the fucking lines. What the fuck?
You can just stick it in there. Push
A
it
lot
in.
of the arguments that I've seen online for, you know, GTA 6 not having the disc in the case, that people have been, you know, arguing all over the fucking place on Reddit and YouTube comments and whatnot, is that like, oh, but this game didn't come with a physical copy, so of course this one doesn't have to. And it's just like, what? Just because one thing is doing this shitty practice, then why should like everyone else be allowed to? You know, why do we? Why are people so quick to just like lie down on their back with their fucking feet spread wide and they're going like, please just take me? It's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, because I think the argument was that, oh, the new Indiana Jones game didn't come with a physical edition. There was just a code in a box. And it's just like, brother, that doesn't excuse this. Like, what the fuck? Also, isn't that game owned by, what was it, Bethesda or something? So I don't know. We shouldn't be excusing that either.
And the full game is on the cartridge on the Switch too.
That's true.
Just doesn't have a disc for the PS5.
It's so weird. Like,
That
yeah,
is weird.
full game on the Switch 2 card, but not on the Xbox, not on disc. So.
Does like do the
That's so weird.
do the cartridges for the Switch have more space on them or something, or are they just able to compress the shit out of the game for the fucking
I
Switch?
think they have pretty high storage now.
Damn.
Check. Because I know they have different, and that's why, at least from what I've heard, that's why a lot of third parties don't make the game on the cartridge, because it's expensive to put like a 2 gigabyte game on a 64 gigabyte cartridge. Let's see. Yeah, they typically max out at around 64 gigabytes.
Damn.
So I don't think they have to compress it that much, because I think on PC it takes 84 gigabytes or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, for the disc copies, this is a question for WOLseeker maybe. I don't know if Soaches knows the answer to this, but for you, WOLseeker, has there been any kind of like better discs since like Blu-rays? Are Blu-rays like the latest in technology for like disc space?
So there were Blu-rays, normal Blu-rays,
Yeah.
during like the PS3 generation. I think also for the PS4. And then on the PS5 generation, I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's like ultra high density Blu-ray discs that could store more stuff.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. That's
Okay.
what we're at, basically.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Because
There's
like,
there hasn't been like a green disc, 300 gigabyte storage.
exactly, like, fuck, man. Why can't they just fucking invent a disc with more storage? I don't fucking know. Fuck, man.
You were talking about the PS6. I almost said Peaches. WOLseeker.
Yeah.
About what would make me buy it if it's purely digital. And I think just a reassurance that the games that I buy, even if they are only digital, that I can still access them. Like just a promise that I can access them without the internet, and that
without internet
will stay that way forever, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I guess some way of downloading them, which, I mean, it's difficult to do when, I mean, eventually they have to close the servers, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, so long as you have, I don't know, like a copy of it on your console, and if the server shut down, use that as like a way to like transfer to other people if you do want to ship.
Yeah.
So it isn't like totally server reliant. That would be nice.
Maybe you can download it from the upcoming PS7
Yeah, that's gonna come out in 4 years.
and then like connect it wirelessly to kind of how in reverse of how you transfer data files from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm. It's
And mark my words, dear listeners, the PS6 will be announced in November of this year.
you see, the thing about stuff like that is, I don't know if we really want to get deep into this because we've been talking for quite a while. You see this damn AI like bubble here.
Yeah.
It's like every single like computer related anything that uses like memory or whatever, it's like the prices have just gone through the roof.
Yeah,
and if they were to
skyrocket.
do like a PS6 next year, that would cost like really, that would be really expensive.
It's gonna be
That's like
fucking expensive.
I'm sitting here waiting for like people or investors or whatever the fuck to realize like, wow, AI makes no money and we're just burning money. Like it's a waste of time. Like this generative AI and this insane like hype, fucking overblown hype on like LLMs and shit. It's just this is insane. Like they should have like, I don't know, drawn a line or whatever.
Yeah, because I feel like
it is just, it blows my mind. Like, how do people not realize like shit like this? Like, it's not gonna like do everything for you or whatever.
Nope.
It's like, from my point of view, it like makes no sense. Like how this technology works in its current form. Like, why would you rely on it for anything?
You still need to like go through and make sure.
Yeah. And okay, let me just quickly talk about this. I don't think okay, whatever. Unreal Engine, they had to like expo or whatever like last month.
Yeah.
And like Tim Sweeney, who like owns Epic Games and everything.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. He's like big on AI. And it was so sad. One video that was released, it was like this artist, and he was like showing like a new feature in this like Unreal Engine 6 whatever, and it was like generative AI helping with like concept art, and it's like it was so bad. It was like he was like using it to like make like a Fortnite character or whatever. He like already made like a sketch and everything, and then he was like, okay, let's get AI to like shade it and color it. The AI does it, but then fucks up like the original sketch at the same time, and he has to go and like fix it. And it's like, why would you use this?
Yeah. You'd
so
be better off just doing it yourself. Like, what the fuck?
It's so like, I just don't get it. It baffles me.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Now go, Soaches, go.
I was just gonna say, there have been rumors that the PS6 is gonna be delayed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Rumors were till 2030 or something because they don't wanna release the console at such a high cost. So instead they're gonna wait until the component costs goes down. And I think in a way that's good because the gap between graphics for each console generation is getting smaller and smaller.
True.
I mean, the PS5 doesn't have a lot of games on it.
That is also true. I bought the PS5 myself because I wanted, a more powerful console, and I was also just thinking, I can play my PS4 games on there anyway, haha. But then I think I own. How many PS5 games do I actually own? I probably like 4 or something that are like actual PS5 games, and then the rest are just my old PS4 games or games that I've bought from the PS4 era or whatever.
I mean, I've got Expedition 33 on the PS5. That's mainly the reason I got it.
Yeah, I remember
Which
that.
sounds yeah, but the rest of them are pretty much and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2
Oh yeah.
is a PS5 game. But other than that, I pretty much just get PS4 upgraded, PS5 upgraded, like
Yeah.
PS4 games or PS3 games.
I don't know. And they're going back to also. There's the thing we forgot to talk about. We're going back to like console exclusives, which I think they're probably doing since they didn't have many games on the PS5 that were exclusive anyway. People could just like get them anywhere else, which it looks like people did anyway. And personally, I'm not against it. It's just sad that like for me, I'm just like, man, like because I just remember playing games that were PlayStation exclusives, and I could never really talk about them with my friends who didn't really have PlayStation. Like Bloodborne, for instance. I always wanted to play Bloodborne with my buddies, and WOLseeker has never played that game and will never be able to play that game with me unless he like receives a PS3 or a PS4 to play it. No, sorry, yeah, it's the PS4 game, not a PS3. But like, yeah, he like that's the only thing that I am against with like console games is like not everybody will be able to experience them, but at the same time it creates value for the console, so I get it. It's like that's why people get the consoles, is to play those games anyway.
Yeah, it's like if you look at like for the Xbox during like the Xbox 360 generation.
Yeah,
they had a lot of really, good games there that were exclusive, of course, and like it built up a lot of like, like fans and whatever, hype and whatever. And
exactly.
then for the next two generations, they didn't do any of that, and they just, they fumbled pretty hard.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of sales in like the console department. They're also going back, like both of those consoles started. Just announced they're going back to exclusives, and you can't blame them, I guess.
It's true. You can't really blame them, because like you need, or for some they think it's like important to have this because it like just like how do you say, like builds like I don't know, like a vibe or something.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. It's just like it creates a platform for those gamers to be able to enjoy the games that they enjoy or whatever. So like I can see them with the PS6 or at least down the line, now that they're back to console like exclusives. I can see them bringing back like some of like their most beloved franchises or whatever. Like they're probably gonna release a new fucking, I don't know, Ratchet and Clank or something that's console exclusive to the PS5. Or like a new Halo, or like they're doing with Gears of War. They're bringing a new Gears of War that's going to be like exclusive to the Xbox. So it's like it creates a value for your fan base.
Yeah,
I found it a bit funny though when PlayStation started making their exclusives available on PC. Everyone was like, yes, finally, this is such a, like, why didn't they do this before? They can make so much money from it. And then when the PS5 kind of got stagnant because it didn't have anything that couldn't be played also on a PC, people were like, why don't they just keep their exclusive games on the PS5? And then they announced that they're going to do that. And people are like, why are they removing the exclusives from Steam? And it's like they can't really win. I've seen criticism on both ends.
Are they going to remove some exclusives? They're not doing that, are they?
They're not removing the ones that already exist, I don't think. But they aren't...
They're not bringing more.
For example, the Wolverine game isn't coming to PC, for example.
Yeah. Oh, Wolverine, oh!
Wolverine, where are you?
Wolverine! Oh! Yeah. It's a dog world out there, am I right, gamers? Stop, you're biting me! We've been fucking podcasting for an hour. Goddamn. All right. I think that's a good time to call it, though. What an eventful chat we've had. Hee hee.
Oh yes.
So
This has been Generally Speaking podcast with Soaches as a guest.
yeah. Exactly.
Thank you for joining
Wow.
us.
When
Exactly,
I'm gonna upload my
Soaches.
next video.
Yeah, when's your next video, Soaches? Emulator.
That's it for this week, guys. We'll see you all in the next episode.
Emulator.
Wait, memoirs.
Emulator.
To-
That's my way to say goodbye to him. Emulator. Okay, bye.
Emulator.
Bye.